This is Outside the Round with Matt Burrill, a Raise Rowdy podcast.
Yeah. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Outside the Round with me, Matt Burrill. Today, a very special guest, a guy who's become like a little brother to me, who's been taking social media by storm, taking Nashville by storm, and he doesn't even live here yet. He's 18 years old. He's from the great state of Arizona. He doesn't even have music out yet, but I'm telling you, this kid is the real deal. We got my boy Colton Dawson on the podcast, bro. We've been waiting to have you on this thing, and I'm glad it worked out. How you been doing, my brother?
Been doing as good as ever. Just been hanging out and vacationing. And
Yeah, it seems like life as an 18-year-old is pretty damn good right now. You said you haven't been home since home in Arizona since what, like May?
Like late May. I haven't been home, and it's been the greatest thing ever. I've been in Florida and Alabama and Tennessee, everywhere, but.
Yeah. Hey, sit up on that microphone for me. Raise that thing up if you need to, because you're a tall dude. You're a tall, lanky man, tall, lanky boy. But yeah, like, and you've talked about how like Alabama is a spot where you've got family. You've been coming out here to Tennessee for a little while. Like, it's got to be cool to get to bounce all around as such
absolutely.
a youngin.
Yeah, I mean, my grandpa he basically gave me his SUV, so I've just been zipping around.
Yeah, I saw that, man. That Traverse, man.
Yeah.
You're cruising around.
It's not my my everyday vehicle, but for when I'm out here, it's just what I can just zip around wherever I want to go.
Yeah, man, that's awesome. What's it? So you started doing music. Kind of take me back. You've played like over looks like around like 200 gigs.
Yeah,
like in small restaurants and stuff. Like, kind of take me back to when this all kind of started for you back in Arizona.
Yeah, well, so I guess I kind of started playing guitar when I was like maybe 10 years old, and I was like all into the blues. Like, I grew up on country, but I started playing the blues, and when I was probably 13, my dad was trying to get me into playing like country lead on guitar, and man, I was just so into the blues and Stevie Ray Vaughan and all that stuff. So, but I started playing country lead, and we started playing gigs, and I never sang until I was 14. Wow. I never sang a single lyric.
I wouldn't know that.
No,
like hearing you and being lucky enough to have watched you perform a few times now. Like,
thank you.
The vocal is there, brother.
Well, I didn't start singing until I was like 14.
Yeah, which is crazy. You've only been doing it for 4 years.
Yeah. Well, so I guess the way that came about was we had a little family get together, and I'd been playing guitar, and my dad was like, "I'll give you $100 if you sing Pride and Joy by Stevie Ray Vaughan." Yeah, I know, right?
That's awesome.
I know, quite the curveball. And my grandpa was over there in the corner. He's like, "I'll throw another 50 in." So I was like 14 years old, and this was $150. That's serious. That's cash now.
Yeah.
But when I was 14, that was like all I owned. So anyway, like 45 minutes later, everybody, I'm still just trying to. I would start, and I'd start playing, and I would just go to sing, and nothing would come out. I could not do it. I could not sing because I never sang at all, let alone in front of anybody. So 45 minutes later, everybody's like, all right, they're not even interested anymore. They're like, is he going to sing or is he going to? So then I did it. There's a video out there somewhere. It's pretty rough, but yeah. So then I got the $150, and then I was kind of hooked on it, and started working my way up. I started busking in Arizona, and then me and my dad started playing gigs, and we did over 450 gigs in 3 years.
Over 450.
Yeah.
Just every restaurant, bar, Elks Lodge.
Yes. Elks Lodge. We literally played Elks Lodge.
Bro, those are, that's wherever there's people and they'll allow you to come in and play.
100%.
That's how you get your reps.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it was such a good, well, the first thing about it is playing with my dad.
Yeah.
Which was like a dream, because for 3 years we never got in an argument because he was like my boss and my business partner. So we never got, it was just the greatest 3 years ever. And we played everywhere, 5-6 nights a week, all throughout high school. So it was, stay out late, play in the bars or restaurants, sleep in class, do it over again several times. So yeah, it was great.
Yeah, man. And it seems like there's people always talk about like the Southeast is a hotbed for country music, but out west, you guys have a lot of it because it is country and Western. And Arizona is as Southwestern as it gets, man.
Yeah.
So like, what was it like kind of the scene out there? Like, it seems like people love original music and love covers, and it seemed like there were a lot of opportunities for you out there.
Yeah, honestly, the scene, it's so much more. I mean, so much more than you would even think. There's so many like honky tonks and bars out there that everybody's playing at, and I knew like everybody from back home. Like I knew there's this music scene. Everybody's like intertwined. Everybody supports each other. So I knew, a lot of talent out there, and it's not obviously not anywhere near as big as Nashville's.
No, nowhere is. Nowhere is. Yeah,
but it was kind of this cool music scene, and it was really cool to be a part of that.
Yeah, you're like everybody's little brother coming up.
100%.
And everybody, I'm sure, looked out for you and was like, hey, you got to let my buddy Colton play.
Well, it was really cool. I think the first band I ever played with ever is a band called Western Fusion out in Arizona. And me and my dad had played some kind of gig, and afterwards we got invited down to a bar called Distillery. The Distillery in Nashville?
Yeah.
They got like 3 of them in Arizona.
Oh, so it's the same owners, same people.
Same thing.
Wow.
Yeah. So we played those. But anyway, my dad was friends with the bass player, Dave Snodgrass, and he's like, bring him up. So I was like 16 maybe. I got up there, and it was really fun. Those are the first band that ever kind of got me up, and it was. I mean, I've had a lot of really fun, cool experiences that I've just been grateful to be a part of.
The biggest one, I'm so lucky I got to be there for it,
Oh, yeah.
was up in Bloomington, Illinois.
Oh, yeah.
Ironically enough, a festival that is very near and dear to our hearts that I get to be one of the voices of Tailgates and Tall Boys up there in Bloomington, Illinois. And I knew I had seen you earlier that week saying, you had said you were going to be up there. And I thought you were just up there hanging out. And then we're there that day, and you're like, man, I'm nervous. I'm like, what are you nervous for? You're here hanging out. Like, you're having fun. Come hang with us at the tent. Come hang backstage. Do all that. You're like, no, I'm going to be on stage. I'm like, what do you mean? And then you get up there, and Hardy brings you out to play in front of 25,000, 30,000 people.
Insane.
What was that moment like for you? Because it was pouring rain that night. It was wild. Yeah. Like, the energy that night was absurd.
That was probably the craziest moment of my entire life. I mean, like, that went by so fast. I mean, I was up there and then I was gone. Like, a lot of people say that they kind of black out on stages. I didn't black out, but I was damn near close. I mean, that was so insane to be a part of, and I mean, and then to have you guys there was like.
Yeah.
It made it feel like it was just a Raise Roddy round,
Yeah, and Cole Goodwin being there as well. He was on the side stage earlier that day. Like, you got to see a lot of your homies, too, which was cool.
Well, he had played the day after I got there.
Oh, it was the day after?
Yes.
I thought he was on the same day, or was he on Sunday?
It was the day before.
Oh,
maybe
day
it was
before
Friday,
he was on. Okay, because you were there Saturday.
Saturday.
Yeah.
No, but that was crazy. Hardy actually ended up. I posted a video on Instagram. I had posted a video before this lady was. She said I wasn't playing guitar, which my guitar was like out of frame, so I can see why there could be speculations of me faking it. But I wasn't.
Yeah.
So I made a quick like response video. I played a Brooks and Dunn song, and I put her comment on the video or whatever. And so one day I was, 2 weeks after I posted the video, I was just sitting there at a birthday party, and Hardy had commented on it, and he reached out and he's like, "Yo, you live in AZ?" And I was like, or he said, "Do you live in Nashville yet?" And I was like, "I don't." First of all, I was like, "What? How is Hardy DMing me right now?"
Yeah.
It felt really surreal, but so we started talking, had a Zoom meeting, and then one day I was in Guitar Center in Nashville, and he was like, "You want to do some cool stuff next week?" And I was like, "Yeah, absolutely." I mean, what are we talking about? Like, you want to ride up on my bus and go to Illinois next weekend? I think it was. He's actually said this weekend. I mean, this was like
It all happened
so fast,
very fast.
So, and then I got on his bus. We went, and it was crazy. It's kind of weird to be your first tour bus you've ever been on is that nice of a bus.
Yeah.
You know, I mean that his bus is incredible.
Yeah, and his
Like,
crew and the guys that he has
oh my
around him,
gosh,
and
yes.
Tracker, and like
Yes.
they're some of the best in the business, bro.
100%. Everybody on that crew was incredible, incredibly nice, and just so gracious with their time and everything. I mean, that was an experience that I'll never forget. I mean, that was awesome for sure.
Yeah, man, and it's the
Crazy.
first of many big moments that are going to be coming for you. Like the fact that you don't even have music out yet, and all of this is happening, and it's from people seeing you playing videos with your phone sitting like this, you just recording yourself playing guitar and singing, man. Like it's wild.
Yeah, but I'm working on some stuff right now. I need to get music out because, you know, I'll play for a restaurant or a bar or even it's something like that in Illinois. It's like when you get off stage and you don't have music out, they look you up and they're like,
Where is this guy? They're just saving TikTok videos so they can go back and listen to you.
He must work a day job or something. I don't know.
You're like, no, I'm just a kid.
Yeah.
Well, now you're a man. You're legally an adult. You are 18.
I am an adult, but a lot of people don't realize how much goes into making music and releasing music,
Especially when you're not here full time.
Yeah, that, and also it's very expensive.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, some of the expenses are so, especially for like an 18-year-old kid.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like when you do the music thing, a lot of people think you're like 35, and sometimes it's like, they're like, why don't you have music out yet? Well, I just also want it to be I want to be patient. You know.
Yeah. Because your sound has developed even since I met you. It had to be what, last year?
I think last year
It was around this time last year. It was like the late summer because it was before we had moved over to Duck Blind and when we were still doing our events next door at Losers. And that was, your sound has evolved since then. Like you want to make sure, like when you put that first track out or that first project out, you want it to be a reflection of what you want.
100%. And that's why, you know, I had opportunities to record stuff in Arizona when I was 16, and I was like, Dad, please let's go in. I want to record some songs. I want to put some songs out on Spotify and like have my name out there. And he always kind of told me, he said, just wait, because when you're 16, you know, your voice isn't matured. I don't think the male voice matures until you're like 35.
Honestly, mine, like I have this, people always tell me I have this great radio voice, and I have this like
You do.
deep, gravelly voice. Like when I'm built to be on a microphone, and I'm very grateful for all those compliments and grateful that I have that. But I didn't have this voice 4 or 5 years ago. You know, like I had it, but it wasn't quite where it is now. Took a lot of cigarettes and back in my whiskey days when I used to booze. But like, it's, you mature, and you also mature as a person, as a songwriter.
100%.
Like the songs that you were writing at 15, 14, 16 have to be so different than what you're cranking out now, man.
Yeah, unbelievable, the difference. Well, you know, here's the thing. When I was 16, I was so new to and it feels like the last 2 years have been like 40 years.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine what 10 years feels like.
Yeah.
But it's been by fast, but it also feels like from the time I was 16, you know, it feels like it's been a long time since then.
Yeah.
But, you know, I always wanted to record songs, and my dad was like, you need to wait because, and he was right, because you don't want to have a bunch of stuff out there on Spotify that sounds like, you know, you haven't hit puberty yet.
Yeah.
You know, you don't want to be, because, you know, you don't want to establish your sound until you got it, until you really feel comfortable with what you're doing.
Till you know what you want to say too.
Yeah.
That's a huge thing, and I feel like you're at that point.
Well, songwriting too
Yeah.
is a big thing. First song I ever wrote was myself. The first song I ever wrote myself was I wrote it in math class, and yeah,
Hell yeah, I love it.
I had I don't know. I guess I was trying to drown out the lesson in math.
What was the song?
It's a song. So there's a song about my grandmother that passed away, and it's called "When I See You Again." And I ended up playing that. I played that song for my, junior year talent show at the school, and that was my first song I ever wrote. And it was funny because it was in math class, but I just kind of wrote down a bunch of lyrics. I'd really never done anything like that before, so I just wrote down a bunch of lyrics. Got home, played it on the guitar, and then. It's really cool. I started to fall in love with that process.
Yeah.
You know, just I'd never thought about writing my own songs, and it's just so cool. You can, and that's how I'm still in love with this process of songwriting, because you can just out of nowhere, like, this song has never been sang before, and you just made it.
Yeah.
And that's what's crazy about Nashville is that somebody told me some crazy number that's like, I don't even know what the number is of songs that are written every day in Nashville, but it's a crazy number.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I mean, just the fact that you can just make something that's never been heard before, it still blows my mind. It still blows my mind.
Yeah, like, this has never existed.
It's never existed
until
before.
I thought of it.
Yeah.
Or me and a group of buddies thought of it.
Unbelievable. I don't understand. And that's why it's such a... Like, I thank God every single night for music and songwriting and everything. And I think everybody should, because it is such a blessing to just have this as a, you know, for most people, writing songs is like therapy.
Yeah.
You know? And, you know, some of the best songs come out when people are down, you know? So it's just such a crazy process, you know?
Yeah, man, it really is. Talk about your relationship with God, because you're somebody that I know is a believer and comes from a family background of faith and all of that.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's such an important part for artists to keep that as like the number one priority. Obviously, music is the number two, but honestly, keeping that at the front, it's a big part for me. It's a big thing for me, because all the stuff that I've been able to do so far has just been, at the base of it is music, and that's just a blessing, you know. That in it of itself, you know. It's just awesome. I mean, there's not much to say. It's just such a blessing. The whole music thing is.
Yeah, and it's like there's a plan out there,
100%.
and you're just following your plan, and these doors are being opened for a reason.
Yeah, that's why you just kind of have to. A lot of times, I'll be like, "What am I even doing? Like, what are we even doing?" And it's you just gotta like trust the plan. You just gotta trust that He knows where you're going to be at before you know where you're going to be at.
Yeah, absolutely. Amen to that, man.
Yeah.
Talk about how supportive your family's been through all of this. I mean, your dad being the one that got you to sing for the first time, and you getting to do all those gigs with him. Talk about that relationship of having a strong family background of parents and family around you that have seen you from when you first picked up the guitar to your dad staying out late with you and playing these gigs.
Well, that was, having the support of my family was a huge part.
And you still have it now, it seems like,
yeah,
today.
Absolutely. I mean, my mom, and I don't even keep track of the numbers like she does. With TikTok and Instagram and stuff, when I'll post a video, or if I'll hit a certain followers, she'll screenshot the pictures of it, and she has screenshots from way back to when I hit like 500 followers on TikTok or something.
Yeah.
Like when I hit 10,000 followers on TikTok, she made me a cake.
Wow.
Said, "Congrats on 10K." I was like, "What?"
Yeah.
I didn't even know I hit 10K yet.
Yeah.
I mean, she knows, she keeps track of those numbers, and she's a big, she's very into the TikTok and social media side of it because, she watches those videos all the time. I mean, all those views are probably from my mom, to be honest with you. I mean, she just keeps track of it, and she's so proud of that side of it. And
well, it's because
that's really cool.
That's what you have out right now. Wait till you have songs out, and
Yeah.
she can check the Spotify numbers and the Apple Music numbers.
Yeah,
and
she's
all
gonna
that.
be all over that. She's gonna be all over.
When
that.
did it really start clicking? Like, do you remember the first video where you're like, "Oh snap, this is happening"?
Yeah. Well, let's see. The first video.
Where it was just where it started going viral, or you started getting, like, obviously the Hardy DM's crazy, but where you start getting
The first time that I ever got into the, oh crap, I can start filming TikToks and posting them, was back when I was 16, and so my probably, as far as newer country, is in the last like decade of people that have come out, my favorite artist ever is Randall King.
Yeah, dude, I love Randall. What a great dude too.
Yeah.
I love that guy.
I mean, so this is a funny story. So when I was 16, I went to my first Randall King concert with my sister. We drove down there in Tucson, and I was 16, and I was the biggest Randall King fan ever, and I still am. I love me some Randall King. And we got there way early. We wanted to be the first ones up there.
Yeah.
So we were dead center. This was like an 800 people cap room. Me and my sister run up. We're dead center. I mean, the stage was from me to you.
Wow.
So we were right there. And so he came out on stage. He was singing all the songs. And this was interesting because his set list, he was doing all the old songs. It was just kind of this one-off thing, I guess. He was doing all the old songs. And so he was doing songs from his first self-titled album and stuff.
Mirror, mirror
And,
on
yeah.
the wall.
Yeah. I mean, even yeah.
all the good stuff.
So I was sitting there like that, just like starstruck, because I'd never really been to many concerts like that. And so I'm just sitting there loving every bit of this. And I'm singing all this stuff to the top of my lungs. My dad, we had gigs the rest of the week, and he's like, "Don't go to the concert and yell and lose your voice." I sang my heart out, that front row, me and my sister. She's also a major Randall King fan. And we sang every song, and then all of a sudden, he comes up, and he puts the mic in front of me, like right in my face. During a song called "Break It," which is that's like OG Randall King.
And that's that honky tonk sound, man. I love that track.
So I start singing the chorus. Again, I think there's a video out there somewhere. But I start singing it, and then a few songs later, he pulls me up on stage. And I was 16, and even with the Illinois thing, with the 25,000 people, something about that first time ever singing in front of that many people and how loud it was is an 800 cap room was insane. I've never had that was the most adrenaline I've ever had in my life. I feel like I could run a mile,
Yeah.
Well, I guess I could run a mile anytime, but that experience, that adrenaline was crazy.
Yeah.
So I sang Neon Moon.
Hell yeah.
And then I kind of got home, after all that was done, I went backstage. I got to meet Randall and everything. And what was interesting is that when I got off stage and I went straight back to the green room, I was I was bawling my eyes out. And I was 16, so I mean, I say I was 16. I was like 2 years ago, but I was crying my eyes out because it was so crazy that I was just like overcome with like emotion, I guess.
Like you were in the front row. That is your guy. Randall
Yeah.
King is your guy.
My dude. So and then I just got up there, and even in the video, I was just like, holy crap, what's going on?
Yeah.
You know? And so I went backstage and he hung out. We ate some chips and salsa, which is that experience was crazy.
Have you kept in touch with Randall over the years since then?
Well, yeah. So the night I got home, the next morning, I posted that video. My neighbor Eric, he's a big Randall King fan. He's actually the one who got me onto Randall King.
Wow! Shout out Eric.
Shout out Eric, wherever Eric's listening from. But he actually turned me on to Randall King. And then when I got home, he was freaking out. He's like, "We need to post this on TikTok." So, sure enough, I think I posted the video on TikTok, and then Randall, his team reached out, and I sent them the video, and he posted it on his page. So then I started having these numbers come, and I'd never posted anything like that on TikTok, and no singing videos or anything on TikTok. So that kind of blew up. A lady that was at the concert posted a video from the crowd, and it got like 1 million views or something.
Wow.
And so that was my first time ever seeing numbers on a TikTok video.
Yeah.
I'd never, thought that was possible for me to do.
Yeah, the adrenaline of being front row, belting every word, to being on stage and being a part of the show just has to be so surreal, man.
That's what I was saying. I went backstage and I was bawling my eyes out.
Yeah, because what do you do with that adrenaline?
What do you do with it?
Like your body doesn't know how, your mind and your body, especially at 16, you don't know how to process that stuff.
Exactly. And, I don't know. It was just crazy. And then I posted that video, and then I started posting covers. I think my first cover ever, Eric was like one of the ones that was like, you need to start posting videos. So we set up a tripod in his living room, and we started filming a TikTok, and I posted it. And obviously from that momentum that was from the Randall King show, I think that momentum lasted for about a week. And then you know how it is in TikTok. It just comes in waves. The momentum does.
Yeah.
But that was like the first video that I had posted of singing. And all kind of started. I was instantly hooked. After that Randall King show, I was hooked.
Hook, line, and sinker, baby.
Yeah. That's right. I was hooked on the music thing. I was like, this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
I don't want to do anything else other than this. However, I have to get back to playing on a stage like that, I want to do it.
Yeah, man. Well, you're making strides for it. Talk about the style of music that you do, because you're the latest face in this kind of revival of what I like to call cold beer country, what Nikki T likes to call cold beer country, where it's that something you hear in a honky tonk. It goes way back to the 70s, the 80s, and of course the 90s, like the solid country gold stuff. Like you look up to guys like Zach Top, and who's another West Coast guy, being from Washington, look at like buddies like Cole Goodwin that are in that lane. What's it like being so young, being part of this revival of traditional country music?
Well, it's such a cool thing to be a part of, and I think that it's called traditional country music. But I just think that a lot of people have been starved from real country music.
Yeah.
And it's weird to say real country music because it's just country music.
Yeah.
And a lot of people haven't heard that sound. And obviously one of the first guys to really make that sound known again was Zach. And, he's just having a guy come out first like that. That's a triple threat singer, songwriter, and guitar player.
Yeah, he rips.
Unbelievable. So that's honestly been a really good push for the traditional stuff, because before that, even just a few years ago, people they're just starved from country music. And I was always raised on the old stuff. I mean, my mom and dad, that's all that was ever played. That's all was ever played going to school, going back from school, in the kitchen. I guess, I know this is crazy, but I think, remember the iPods?
Yeah.
Like not the iPod Touch, but the iPods that play music.
The iHomes?
No, the iPod. It was like a
the little square, like the
little
iPod
square,
Shuffle.
or the little machine that you put it in there and then it plays music.
Yeah, the iHomes. Yeah, you.
I think my
connect it in
dad.
there.
I remember we had one of those, and my dad used to play all kinds of stuff on that. But I grew up on George Strait and Keith Whitley and Merle and Vern Goss and all that, which is the same stuff that Zach grew up on. So it's just a really cool thing that all those names are being brought up again. Even with all these TikToks that people are making with these old songs.
Yeah.
And it's really cool to see those old songs still be relevant. Because that's country music. I mean, I don't care what nobody says, that's country music.
Yeah.
And you can't argue that it's not. And I think that a lot of people have been starved from that. So, that being said, that's all I've ever known. That's all I've ever wanted to do was play country music. So,
how do you get so damn good on guitar? Because you move those fingers really freaking fast. I've never been a guitar player, so I don't. I'm not a musician. I've never been one, but it seems like it just comes so easy. But I'm sure there's been a lot of practice that's gone into it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of weird. I think, honestly, where a lot of that came from was playing with my dad, and I played a lot of lead guitar and played while he was singing and probably played too many notes, which he's always telling me, stop playing so many notes. And I was just like, I mean, because I just wanted to play all the notes.
Yeah.
And I kind of learned that even if you have all those chops, which I don't, and there's so many guitar players. When I first came to town, I saw some guitar players that made me just want to quit. First time for one of the first bars I ever went to, which is the only one that I can get into, which is my spot, is the Local.
Yeah. And
anybody's watching, if you've never been to the Local.
Oh, it's a special place.
On a Monday night.
Yeah.
Will Jones and Sam Banks.
Oh, dude. Love those two guys too, man. They're unbelievable.
Unreal. The first time, it was Cole Goodwin. Cole Goodwin was like, you need to come down to the Local and watch Will Jones. And I had already known who Will Jones was from, I guess I'd heard some of his songs. But I went down there, and it was Will and Sam, and they were doing like dueling tellies. And I remember that first day I went down there with Cole, I sat there at a table like this and watched them, and I was like, oh my gosh, I have so much work to do.
Yeah.
I mean, most insane band, because all these guys come off the road, and then they do this little local.
Yeah, Diamond Trio, I think is what they call that. Yeah.
Yeah, Will Jones and the Denim Daddies.
Oh, Will Jones, that's the new name of it. Okay,
yeah, the Denim Daddies.
Because they've had multiple iterations, and those two have been in town for a long time.
Yeah.
Doing it at a very high level for a long time.
And there's another guy, he's 20 years old, his name's Nate Gregory.
Oh, I don't know, Nate.
You ever heard Nate?
It's a new one.
Yeah. So one day I was sitting in there, and Will was like, "Hey, get up here, Nate." And it was and Jody, Jody Bartula?
Yeah.
Cody Johnson's fiddle player. He was there, and he was playing fiddle with them. And Will was like, "Get up here, Nate." And Nate walks on up there, and he's 20 years old. And he absolutely, I mean, unbelievable. Ripped. I was like, why am I even playing guitar anymore? I was like, I came to Nashville. Everybody was like, when you get out to Nashville, there's a lot of people that are good, and I was like, yeah, I know that. But when I got here and saw it in person, I was like,
And they make it look so effortless.
yeah. So I walked up to him after, was like, dude, what's your name? Like, who are you? You're insane. I've never seen anything like that before. He said he's 20 years old, so he's 2 years older than me. And he's been playing for like 10 or 12 years. Wow. Same amount of time, but he makes me look like I just started walking. So a lot of people say there's so many people that are light years, I mean lifetimes better at guitar. No matter how good you think you are, there's always somebody that's way better than you. That's why you always just have to take that as inspiration.
Yeah, just keep working, man. What's it been like writing songs with other people? Because you've gotten to do that a little bit. Like we watched our buddy Ashton Jones the other night.
Yeah,
I love what's
Ashton.
it been
Shout
like?
out Ashton Jones.
Yeah, dude, he killed it, man. I love what that kid does as well, dude. He's
yeah.
and such a nice guy, a nice guy. But what's it been like, kind of building your crew and finding friends out here when you do make these trips out to Nashville?
Well, the cool part about Nashville is everybody knows each other.
Yeah.
You know? So one of the first calls ever I got from Nashville was from a guy named Roger Springer. And Roger has become like a dad for me in town. I mean, he just kind of keeps me out of the trenches. And so how that started, I covered a Western swing song from Jake Worthington that Jake Worthington released on his first self-titled album, I guess, the one that was just out. And I just covered that song, and Roger Springer wrote it. I knew who Roger was, and I knew that he wrote it with Jake, so I tagged him in it whenever I posted the song, and I get a DM from him, and he was like, "Hey, big fan of what you're doing. I love the video." And I was like, yes. And so he was like, "You got time for a quick phone call?" And I was like, "Absolutely." So he called me up, and he was like, "Anytime you're in Nashville, I don't know where you're at in life, but anytime you're in Nashville, you're always welcome in my room, my songwriting room." So me and my dad flew out to Nashville the first time I ever came out here. We flew out, and we went to his house, and we just kind of hung out, and I played him some songs, and we just really hit it off. And then next time I was in town, I booked 2 days with him to write songs. And the first day was with Tim Menzie, and the second day was with Robert Arthur. And I realized real quick that I didn't really know how to write songs. You know, I knew how to put lyrics to a melody, but there's so much more to writing songs than just putting lyrics down.
Yeah.
I mean, Roger, I've had the opportunities to write with him a lot more since then, but he taught me how to, well, it still is teaching me. I'm still learning every single time I get in the room how to put a song together. And I'd be sitting there in the room, and I'd bring up an idea, and he'd kind of shut it down. And I had never really written with anybody that like really wanted the song to be perfect. I mean, he knows what's right and what's wrong when it comes to the songwriting process. So when you're in a room like that, you have to kind of sit there and go, all right, you can't get butthurt when you throw out an idea and it gets shut down, because that's what the whole songwriting thing is about. So from the get-go, I learned, all right, I'm not here to try to impress nobody, bringing up lines or anything. I'm here to learn how to write songs.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to do. So some of the advice that Roger has given me and some of the tips and tricks, it comes out whenever I'm writing with other people. So I'm like, oh. And a lot of times when I'm writing a song, I'm like, all right, what would Roger do here? What would Roger say? And he back in the 90s, he had a few number ones for Clay Walker and Mark Chestnut. So he's done he's written all the real old country stuff, the real stuff.
Yeah.
And so having him write with me is perfect because that's all I want to do is write real traditional country music.
Yeah, and those guys have been waiting for someone to come along and put out songs like that. Because there's a difference between a songwriter and an artist, but you need both for this thing to work.
Yeah, and that's why there's so many people that are like that. That are just incredibly talented. You know, he writes with a very small circle of people, and they're all just incredibly talented. And one of the guys that I looked up to was Jake Worthington.
Yeah.
And that's how I kind of found out, co-writing and stuff is you kind of all get together in a room and write a song, which I was still kind of learning about all, the process of writing songs.
Yeah, it's different when you're thousands of miles away, bro.
Yeah. I just didn't really realize what it was like until I got here and started writing. And yeah, I'm actually writing with Roger tomorrow, the next 3 days.
Awesome.
Me and Roger and Kenny Whitmire.
Oh, dude.
Kenny Dang Whitmire.
I love KDW. Kenny Dang Whitmire, man.
Yes.
I love that kid so much. I remember when he first started coming to town, man.
Yeah.
I remember when he first moved here.
He's like one of my best friends.
Yeah, I remember when he was your age, when he was like 18, 19 years old, first came up to town, and we would have him play, and he'd always be the youngest guy in the room. And now he's like a grizzled, seasoned vet, man. That kid is good.
So I'll tell you the way I met Kenny. So I was scrolling on TikTok or whatever. This was back in probably 2023 or whatever. And I saw one of his videos. It was the first acoustic video he posted of Blue Collar.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa, I'm liking this. I really like this sound. And I'd commented on it or whatever. And then throughout that year or whatever, back and forth, he had commented on my videos. I'd commented on his videos. We just kind of support each other.
Internet friends.
Yeah. And then I was flying back from Nashville back to Phoenix. And I walked up to, this was like late at night. This was probably 10 or 11 o'clock at night in the airport. I walk up to the gate that I was flying out of. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, he's like, Colton. I was like, Kenny, what up? And I was like, it's like we knew each other already.
Yeah.
But he's like, what's up? And then we were on the same flight back to Phoenix. He was playing a show in Scottsdale with Austin Snell.
Yeah.
And so yeah, we just kind of talked, and he invited me out to the show, and I had a gig that night, so I couldn't make the show. But next time I was in town, we got together, and I think my first write with him, it was with me and Kenny and Cole, and we sat in the room for like 3 hours and just goofed off. We didn't even write a dang lyric.
But
it was so fun though.
But that's also very important because that's that family, man.
Yeah.
That's that country music family. That's that brotherhood.
Yeah.
Those are buddies you're gonna have for the rest of your life.
100%. And that's why it's so important to have friends in town that are of that caliber of musician, because it kind of keeps you on your toes, keeps you leveling up. I mean, he's an incredible guitar player.
Yeah.
Incredible singer. So when you're around that, and like, for example, Cole, when you're around Cole and you're around Kenny, those are like my two big brothers. And it's like, it's really cool to keep them in mind as inspiration, because you're like, all right, I want to keep leveling up, you know?
Yeah.
And it's kind of like it's just like a brotherhood. It's like a family.
Yeah, man, it's like watching your big brother playing football or basketball
Yeah.
or something and seeing what they're doing in their senior year, and you're a
Yeah.
freshman or a sophomore watching them, and you're like, I want to be that good when I'm there.
Yeah.
You know, and it's
Yeah.
you have guys that you look up to. Same thing with Rich, man. Like you have your guys.
Yeah. It's really cool that it's a blessing that I've been able to make these friends in town and stuff. And it's just awesome to just be able to get together and pick and sing and just play country music or write country music or whatever. And man, it's awesome. And a lot of those relationships come from like the writers rounds too.
Yeah, man, that's
The
where
race
you,
rowdies.
you meet everybody
Yeah.
at an event, whether it's with us, whether it's a whiskey jam downtown, whether it's Grindhouse over at 6th and Peabody, whether it's Why Not Wednesday or one of the events that's over at Live Oak. You know, it's that community is built. I made all my friends, all my whole story comes from me. And I don't even drink. It comes from me being in the bars.
Yeah.
Every connection that I have, me working in Raise Rowdy with Nikki T, like none of that happens if I'm not out at those rounds just watching people and getting to know people and networking. But networking's really just hanging out.
Yeah.
It's hanging out listening to country music with people.
Yeah.
Like what's better than that? We have the best
Nothing.
we have the best networking in the world. We get to go out to bars and listen to people play. Like
Yeah.
that's the coolest thing in the world.
It's great. It's so cool. I love that aspect of it, of just going out. And you know, which is crazy. I still can't legally get into a bar for another 3 years. Yesterday I was hanging with Cole and we were trying to figure out something to do. We wanted to go to Duck Blind, I think. And Cole and Kenny were like, "All right, let's just go to Duck Blind." And I was like, I can't get in, guys. And they were like, "Oh my gosh, what are we gonna do with this kid?"
Yeah.
Like,
You're like, we can go to
it's-
the local.
yeah, we can go to the local, and that's I think what we were gonna do. But it's crazy. A whole another 3 years before I can get into a bar.
Yeah. But you can always come in and play.
Yeah,
You can
that's
come-
how I got into the bars back home.
Yeah.
Is playing in them, and then I became friends with the bouncers or friends with the owners. Or,
Yeah, and it's like don't
and then
go
I'd
in.
be able to get in.
Yeah, and you're sitting there drinking a cup of water. You're not causing
and
no
that's the thing.
problems.
I don't drink, so I have no interest in trying to sneak a beer from the
Yeah.
bar. None of that. All I ever wanted to do in the bars was just be there and listen to the music.
Yeah. And find other people to create music with.
Yeah.
Like be a part of that scene, man. What do you like doing when you're not doing music stuff?
Oh man. Which is it's so funny because a lot of times
Damn, Nashville allergies.
oh, I know. A lot of times I'll try to take a week and just relax. So like, all right, I'm not going to do anything. I'm not even going to think about music. I'm just going to relax.
Yeah.
I can't do it. I just can't. Like last week I was in Florida and all week I was out there, spend time with family, and I can't, it won't get off my mind. I just can't stop thinking about music. And I always think about, this and that and what's the next move and how do we get this done and what if this doesn't work? Are we going to do this? Are we going to do that? How do we get the numbers up? We as in me. I mean, I don't even have a team yet. It's just, I'm just trying to figure this all out by myself. I have a few people that really have my back and have been supportive, but I don't even have like a manager or, I'm just getting all that stuff. So I'm always thinking about, all right, what's the next move? How do we get stuff done? So back to that question, I can't really stop thinking about whenever I'm not doing music.
Do you like to fish? Do you like to hunt? Do you
Oh,
like
absolutely.
to golf?
Yeah.
Like what are our hobbies outside of this music
Yeah,
thing?
well, I mean, yeah, all that, and then also, I'm a big car guy, big truck guy. I used to ride dirt bikes
Okay.
a lot, and my mom was so against that, but I had a few friends back home that had ridden dirt bikes and stuff, and they were like, "You got to get a bike." So when I was 16, I finally convinced my mom to get me a bike. And my first bike was a YZ85, and I was probably too old for that. But I obviously didn't want to get into something crazy for my first bike. But I ended up getting that bike and started riding with my friends. My mom it worried her sick whenever I was out riding. I was never I didn't ever race. I wasn't ever like fast, crazy.
It was just messing around with your friends.
I was messing around, building jumps and, doing stupid stuff. Got the cops called so many times, whether we're riding in neighborhoods. One time, me and my buddies were riding all over. We had mini bikes and dirt bikes and go-karts and all this kind of stuff. And we were riding around this neighborhood, and we had a whole Facebook forum created about us because I was zipping through this neighborhood on this two-stroke, all through the friggin' neighborhood.
Yeah.
Just causing a lot of noise. And a lot of people get mad about that kind of stuff when people are riding dirt bikes, which is funny because a lot of people will be like, "Oh, these kids are in there on their phones, and they don't even play outside anymore like we used to play outside." And then I get out and I'm playing outside, and they're calling the cops on me. It's like, dude,
what are you doing?
What can I do? I can't sit. I'm not gonna sit inside. I've never been an iPad kid. I'm not gonna sit there on an iPad. I don't want to sit there inside. I want to go do something. So I was out riding dirt bikes, and then we would ride, come back, work on them, ride again. And then it kind of leveled up to bigger things like trucks and stuff when I was able to get my license. And then back home, there's a big community, and they do truck meets. And again, it's like...
So are we a Ford guy, a Chevy guy, or a Dodge
I'm a
guy?
big Chevy guy.
Big Chevy guy.
I got an old square body. An 82 is my daily, and it was always my dream truck. And so that's like my ultimate baby. I mean, I love that truck. And so it kind of all that kind of stuff leveled up to the trucks, and then we were working on our trucks and making them louder, and then I've gotten the cops called several times with noise complaints about, like, my truck's straight piped.
Yeah.
So every single time I wake up in the morning, when I was going to school every morning, starting the truck at 6:30, it's just unnecessarily loud. But I love it.
Yeah.
And who doesn't love a straight pipe 350?
Oh man, that gets your blood pumping.
Yeah.
Literally gets the motor running.
Yeah.
Quite literally.
Yeah. Old small block Chevy can't go wrong.
That's awesome. So do you see yourself collecting trucks as you get older?
Absolutely.
Collecting trucks and guitars.
Yes.
Those would be two things.
I got way too many guitars.
How many guitars are we up to now?
I think we're in the low 20s.
Wow.
Yeah, which is not honestly that many.
No, you could fit a lot more. You could fill a whole room with probably, like 30 or 40?
Yeah.
50 of them?
No, I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I do buy a lot of guitars.
Have you thought about buying one on this trip?
Oh, absolutely. I was shopping yesterday.
Where do you go? Do you go to like
anywhere.
the Gruen guitars or the Carters or any of those?
Absolutely. I mean, I'll just go in there and I don't need anything. But when do you ever really need a new guitar?
I guess if your old one breaks, but it seems like
they don't break, unless it literally breaks.
Yeah.
They don't just go out.
Yeah.
So I don't ever need a guitar.
What's your favorite guitar? Like, what's your guitar baby?
My favorite guitar ever is. Are you familiar with Eastman?
Yeah.
So everybody out in town is playing Gibsons and Martins and Taylors and stuff, but I found an Eastman, and it's I have like 5 of them now.
Wow.
But the second one I bought ever was the one that I play for all the stuff. That's the one I played out in Illinois in the pouring rain. My tried and true. Took it like a champ. And I've had cracks repaired and stuff like that. But it's just a great guitar.
What is it that's different from one of the other ones?
I don't know. And that's the thing.
Just feels right.
That's what's so weird is that you can ask, hey, what model Gibson should I get, or what model Taylor, or what model Martin should I get, and I can tell you a model, and you can go play 5 of the same exact model. Say it's a J45. You can play 5 J45s, and every single one of them will sound different. It's not like this is the best mic.
Yeah. No.
Sure, SM7B or
Yep.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is the best mic. You could buy 5 of these mics, and they probably all sound pretty similar.
Yeah.
Or they probably sound the same. Guitars are not the same way. They all sound different. And something about this guitar that I've been playing is just it's amazing. I really want to get an Eastman discount code. Eastman guitars. I think they're made in China. I think.
So
I could make the trip over.
Yeah, you will.
I could make the trip over. It'd be worth it.
Yeah.
I'm a big Eastman guy.
That's awesome. I'm excited to see you play it. So it's been awesome to watch you play them so far, but to see you play more of them in the future, and we're stoked to have you on around next week too, man.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
That's gonna be fun, man.
I really
It's gonna be a good
appreciate
time.
that.
So what now? It's crazy that we're already into August. Like this year has just flown by.
Absolutely.
And as you get older, I'm 30, and I feel old talking to a guy like you. Like we had Rocco in here the other day. I was like, you were born in 2010. Like I'm a freaking old man.
He's born in
over here.
2010?
Yeah, he's 15, dog. He's 15. He's only 3 years
Wait,
younger than
that's
you.
only 3 years old.
Yeah, you were born in 2007.
2006.
Or so you'll be turning 19 this year. When's your birthday?
In October.
October.
Yeah,
you'll be 19.
Rocco's incredible.
Yeah.
I'm a big Rocco fan.
Yeah, as the years go on, you're going to realize that time goes faster and faster as you get older.
Yeah.
So you're gonna
Okay.
you'll have that hitting. But what do we have as
lessons learned?
Yes, lessons learned from the wise 30-year-old degenerate over here, Matt Burrell. What are the big goals for you the rest of this year? Because it seems like this year's just been a fever dream for you. Like just good stuff, just happening, and like more eyes and ears on you than ever before, without any music out, which still blows my mind. You know.
Well, I mean, I guess I'm trying to make the move to Tennessee.
Oh hell yeah!
I'm looking at a few places in Spring Hill.
Dude, that's so cool that you say that. That's the first
that
place.
area?
That's the first place I lived when I moved here.
Really?
I lived there the first year, pretty much the first year that I was in town. I was commuting to and from Broadway every day because I had that security gig.
How's that drive? Is it pretty rough?
I'll tell you what. You're from far away too. I grew up in New York, which is about a 14-hour drive from here.
That's it?
Yeah. So exactly. So 14 hours to get to New York City metro area from Nashville.
Longer.
Yeah, about 14 hours. Being an hour south of town is way closer than being 14 hours away. Now, I can't even imagine. You're what? Probably 17, 18,
25.
20. Yeah, so you're 25. Being an hour south of town is a lot closer than 25 hours away from town, dog. So it's like Spring Hill, I love that area so much. It's a great spot. You've got great hangout. You have everything you need, and it's affordable. It's so much more affordable. I was living in a spare bedroom in an apartment for $450 a month, bro. It was great.
Yeah.
You know?
And then they kind of got everything you need.
Yeah, they got Walmart, Home Depot, they got plenty of restaurants. Froggy and Jeffro's, that restaurant bar that's over there is freaking awesome.
Is it good?
Yeah, dude, it's very good.
They got a Longhorn?
They do got a Longhorn. They got all of it, man. They got everything that you could need is in Spring Hill, Columbia, like that area.
Yeah.
And it's nice because when you come up to write songs in the city, it's like you get that separation of church and state. You get that separation of work and time to decompress by being a little bit out of town. Well, I would highly recommend it.
I honestly want to be away from the middle of the city.
Yeah.
I just want to be out there where I can just decompress.
Yeah, man. Spring Hill's great for that. Spring Hill's great for that. Columbia's great for that. Mount Juliet and Lebanon, which is out this way, east of town. Those are great for that.
I've never been out here.
Oh, dude, this is a great section of town.
Yeah.
I've been a proud Hermitage resident for coming up on 3 years now. I've loved living out here. North of town, up near Kentucky's great. Like White House is freaking awesome. Portland's great. Cross Plains, that whole area. Anywhere within an hour radius of town is awesome.
Yeah.
In any direction.
Yeah.
But I think Spring Hill will be awesome for you. I
and
highly recommend that.
It's closer to where my family's at. All my family's is in Alabama and Tennessee.
Then perfect, bro. Yeah, do it. I say Spring Hill's the move.
Yeah,
Big brother to little brother. Spring Hill's the move. You got everything you need.
When I get the place, you can come visit.
Bro, I would love that, man. I'll take you to some of my old spots down there, man. Because I like Spring Hill a lot. And there's so many guys that live down there. Like Aldine, I know, is out that way. Like a lot of the bigger artists want to live a little bit outside of town. You know?
I don't want to live. I don't even.
You don't drink.
I don't. Yeah, I don't. I have
You're
no
not even old
reason-
enough to go to the damn bars.
Yeah, I don't want to go to the bars. I don't even want to be near Broadway.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not really into the. What is it? The Metro? Is that what it's called? The Metro Loop? Like the.
So that's downtown is where Broadway would
downtown.
be. Midtown's where Losers is at.
Yeah. See, I like going up there and listening to music, but I don't want to be.
Yeah. And then if you wanted bar gigs, there's bars down there that do the music.
Yeah.
Like the gigs that you do in Arizona, you have that right there.
Yeah.
Like Spring Hill, Franklin's great. That's in between where downtown, where the city would be and where you would be. Like there's great. Everything you need is literally down there.
Yeah.
It's so much more affordable. It's a great place to start, bro.
I think it's going to be cool.
You don't need to be paying $2,500 to live in the city. Like that's stupid.
No.
When you first get here. Now, eventually, when you turn 21, life might change a little bit. And you want to inch a little bit closer. Like I went from Spring Hill, which was an hour away, like 50 minutes away, to Laverne that was like 40 minutes away. Then I was in Antioch that was like 30 minutes away. Now I'm like 20 minutes away, and I found my sweet spot being 20.
So are you at like what direction are you outside of town? Are you south of town?
I'm 5 minutes from here.
Oh, okay.
I'm out east of town. So you take I-40, and I like it because I'm near the airport. Like I don't have to sit in traffic to get to the airport because I'm on the airport side of the city. And getting into town, I mean, it takes me about 20 minutes to get home from the bar when we do our events and stuff.
Yeah.
So I like it,
awesome.
man. You got a lot of options. Like it's all gonna work out. But I always tell people too. It's like, if you're in Alabama or Georgia or Mississippi or even like Kentucky, like where you're one of the border states, you can kind of get away with really delaying a move or just coming here when you need to.
Yeah.
When you're 25-hour drive away, if you want to play the game, you got to be on the field.
Mm-hmm.
The field is here, man.
Yeah.
Think of the great connections that you've made just in your visits here, and now all the songs that you could write with those guys if you were here full time.
Yeah.
You know,
which is I hear things like that, and it's like, all right, it's time to make the move because I really want to be, I want to be close to all the stuff. I want to be in a place where it feels like I'm living in Tennessee. I don't want it to feel like I'm living in L.A.
Yeah.
I just don't. I'm not into that, and I don't really want to be. I'd like to be. I don't want to hear horns and sirens when I'm trying to sleep.
Spring Hill is for you, dog.
Yeah,
you'll like it down there.
I don't mind the drive,
Yeah, man. It's and think of all the driving that you've had to do with gigs over the years, and have you taken a road trip out here yet, or have you only flown?
I've never done the road trip.
I guess if you move, you'd be taking the road trip.
Yeah, I mean, but I back home I played gigs all over the place. I drove with me and my dad. We drive however long for a gig.
Yeah.
We drive out to the west side. We drive up north to Flagstaff. We drive to wherever. We play wherever. So I'm cool with the drive.
Yeah, man.
And also, I don't really go into town very much.
No, dude. And you will as you need to, and
Yeah.
all of that stuff. And if you're playing at the local or playing one of our things or playing Whiskey Jam or any of that stuff, what kind of food do you like eating? I've never gotten to talk to you about food before.
Oh shoot, man, food.
Like the mom or dad do a lot of the cooking?
I really do miss that. Growing up with 4 siblings, there was always a home cooked meal.
What would be like the go-to of the home cooked meals that mom or dad is whipping up?
My mom makes a mean beef stroganoff is what.
Oh, dude, yeah, that's good. That's good stuff right there.
And my dad, oh man, he's got a lot of different recipes. What's my favorite?
It can even be a couple favorites. You can just list them out.
All right, okay. So he makes probably my favorite is it's an Asiago bagel almost, but with like barbecue chicken in the middle.
You're talking barbecue on a bagel?
It's like barbecue on a what? It's not. It's
like a roll?
It's not. It's an Asiago. It doesn't have the hole in the middle, but it's like the bagel without the hole. I don't know what it's called.
But it's just pure deliciousness.
It's heaven. It's heavenly.
That sounds good.
Yeah. There's so many good ones that I can't think of. Like on
well,
the
what
spot.
do you? What if you're like a you a
I'm
beef and
ribs.
potatoes guy? Ribs guy.
Ribs.
Okay.
I was out eating with my buddy Ryan and his girlfriend Katie, and I ordered a big rack of ribs. I was wearing a white shirt. It's just mistakes. I'm such a messy. I don't know. I'm sitting there with my elbows on the table like an animal, just devouring some ribs.
Yeah,
I love ribs.
I do too, man. My family used to get a kick out of it because I was a big fan of ribs when I was a youngin', and I'd be like 10 years old or 8 years old and ordering the adult portion of ribs, and I'd eat them all.
Full slab, baby.
Oh, dude, full slab or
yeah.
nothing. Go one speed, full slab or nothing.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people don't realize full slab of ribs is expensive.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The price.
We're talking like $35.
Yeah, man, but it's good.
It's worth it.
It is worth it, and then you get the sides with it.
What's your food of choice?
I mean, I love the Italian food. That's just growing up. Like, my mom makes pasta, and it is unbelievable. My dad was always good on the grill and stuff, too. So, but, I mean, barbecue. I loved barbecue a lot, and then I moved down here, and I ate so much of it when I first moved here. Martin's. I had Edley's yesterday. That was really good. The brisket and stuff over there. I got kind of barbecued out. Mexican food I like a lot, which I know for you coming from Arizona, you're coming from one of the
big
Meccas.
out there.
Yeah, and it's like a different style of Mexican food.
Yeah.
Like the southern Mexican food. But I didn't realize how many Mexican restaurants there'd be down here, so I like that too. I've gotten into Asian food a lot lately.
Oh, yeah.
I've gotten into sushi a lot, dog.
Oh, man.
I find myself at Publix. I'm getting groceries. I'm like, I'll take the sushi from the Publix or the
big into
Kroger.
Sushi.
Yeah, dude, sushi's good stuff.
I was just down at the beach, and they got some good restaurants down there.
Oh, yeah.
Now I was eating sushi, and have you ever had escargot?
Yeah.
Fried snails?
I haven't had it fried.
I think maybe they're not fried, but
they're just like steamed or whatever.
Something like that. They got Parmesan on them. Oh, my gosh.
Making you hungry over here.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Yeah, there's good breakfast places around here too.
Is there?
There's a lot of that.
Waffle House.
See, to me, I have to go to Waffle House when it's dark outside. To me, Waffle House has to be a late night thing. That might have been when I was touring back in the day. That was what we would do with Muscadine. With Trey, as I did the Muscadine gig and I did the Trey gig, the Muscadine gig was you go to Waffle House after the show.
Yeah.
It was a big, I've been to probably Waffle Houses in 25 or 30 different states. Over the years.
Yeah, last week I had one of the best life experiences ever. I had two of my buddies in town, and it was 3 a.m. and we drove to Waffle House. We got some to-go orders, and we ate it on the beach.
Oh,
at like 3:30 in the morning.
That's a game changer.
It was just something about, and I think that we were probably the only people ever. We're probably the only people in the world eating Waffle House on the beach at that moment. I'm sure it's been done before, but eating Waffle House on the beach at 3:30 in the morning,
hearing those waves crash.
Oh man, dude, the stars. Yeah, that was unbelievable.
What's your Waffle House order?
It changes up every time.
So what was the beach Waffle House order?
I think all-star special.
Okay, go with what you know.
Yeah.
Do you do anything fancy with the hash browns?
It's plain hash browns.
You just get them plain?
Loaded up with ketchup though.
Okay, you're a big ketchup guy.
Oh yeah, I like some hash browns with my ketchup. You know.
Ketchup as a.
How do you like your eggs?
I like them scrambled.
Scrambled.
I'm a scrambled guy. Yeah, I'm boring.
No, you got to get it fried.
You like them fried, like with the yolk and
over medium or over easy usually.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's some good breakfast spots around here on this. If not on this trip, I'll have to show you. There's a place called Nadine's that's around here. Unbelievable.
I'm not usually up for breakfast, to be honest.
Well, they do. Luckily, they serve breakfast till like 1 or 2 in the afternoon because this is a musician's town. So
I might not be able to make that.
Really? You sleep in late?
My grandpa gives me so much crap because I'm always sleeping in late. He's like, "You're sleeping the day away," and I'm like,
Well, you're playing gigs. You're used to
you're
working
out
at night.
Exactly. If I'm out late, I'm gonna sleep in. You know, I should be a lot better at that. But there's so many mornings that I just couldn't wait. I didn't wake up for school.
Really?
I mean, I honestly, my attendance for high school was awful, so bad. I mean, my mom was calling in to the school I had so many absences. It was crazy, just because I'd be out late or I'd have to get to a gig early, and then, you know, it's just my attendance was so bad. I mean,
it happens, dude.
It was rough. And then also, remember that the first time I ever played the Raise Rowdy round, I skipped school for that.
Yeah, you did. I remember saying that on the microphone.
Yeah, that was so fun. I was here for like one day or something.
Yeah, Ryan had hit me up. I think it was Ryan and Erica had hit me up. We're like, hey, we got this kid. Do we got any room to put him on? I'm like, yeah, let's throw him on. And
yeah, that was weird. I'd never done anything like that.
Was
before.
That your first time playing in Nashville?
Yeah, that was my first time ever. I think maybe in Nashville.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
Yeah, man.
I love what you guys are doing.
Well, if it weren't for guys and girls like yourself that do songwriting and are musicians, like, we just love music. And it's funny you were talking about being front row at that Randall King show. One of our big sayings with Raised Rowdy, Nicky T and his friends came up with this back in 2017, was front row or don't go. Like, we just love. I, on average, was going to probably like 30 or 40 concerts a year before I moved here, you know? Like, we just love the music. So the fact that we get to put on events and have artists and songwriters that we believe in and that we think the music's really cool and show that to other people is awesome, man. We just love being a part of it because Nikki and I don't know how to play guitar. We don't know how to write songs.
How did you get started? I was just thinking about this like the other day. How did Raise Rowdy?
So Nikki T, there was a festival in Ohio. It's called Country Concert. It's in Fort Laramie, Ohio. You would love it there. It's a BYOB festival. It's in a field in Ohio. It's been going on it'll be this was their 44th year. It's been going since 1981. Same family's been putting it on. They're on their second generation right now. Shout out to Paul and Scott Barhorse. Hardy actually has played it a number of times. Like, it's a big festival. And Nick went in 2012 on a bachelor party trip with his friends and fell in love with it and just kept on going. And the festival would call, because it's also a camping festival. There's no hotels for like 20 or 30 miles.
Oh, I bet
so
that's rowdy.
it's thousands of people camping, either in campers. We tent camp when we go. We build like a little village. We have a ball. We have an app. Shout out to the friends of Wiener Hill. We were on a hill and it's called Wiener Hill.
Hill?
We grilled a bunch of hot dogs and we'd give them back
Lord.
to people that were walking up the hill. Like, we went through probably like 500 glizzies in a few days. It was awesome.
Oh my God.
Just handing them out to people. It was great. But the owners of the festival would refer to Nick and his friends as the Rowdies. So Nick started a Twitter account called the Rowdy Gentlemen of Leisure and would exclusively tweet at the festival saying, hey, you should have, this is back in 2015, 2016. He's like, you should have this guy from Alabama, Riley Green. You should have this girl, Ashley McBride. You should check out this girl, Lainey Wilson. You should check out this guy, Luke Combs.
Podcast?
No, he was saying, hey, festival, you should book these guys.
Oh, yeah.
Like 10 years ago, you know? And it turned from Rowdy Gentlemen of Leisure to Raised Rowdy, and Nick was just chasing shows. Like, he would go with his friends. They'd drive from Pittsburgh into Ohio or Chicago and go watch the Cadillac 3 nights in a row in 3 different cities. You know, like it's just a community of people that love music. And that's how Nick started it. And then he started the blog and would do the podcast with people at club shows in the green rooms on a really shitty little record. Nothing like this setup that we have today. Yeah, so that's how Raised Rowdy started. Awesome. And Nick and I became friends on the internet. I worked in radio up in New York before I moved down here in Jersey. So
did you do like the early morning radio voices? First time I ever heard your voice was like, this man needs a mic.
Yeah, I mean, I moved down here wanting to be on the radio because that's what I did in New Jersey. You know, I had a college radio show. The college radio show, we called it Redneck Radio, and it was back when I drank, and I was a very cringy, different person, but I had a lot of fun. And what was cool about that was I'd find artists that were very young and I'd get them on my radio show. Like I got to do a phone interview with Luke Combs in like 2014. I got to interview Morgan Wallen backstage at Jenks Club in 2016. Like I got to see all those guys before they were the guys, you know?
Yeah.
Like when they were starting out. And while I'm doing that, Nick is going to their shows and doing something similar in Pittsburgh. So it worked out well. And we became buddies over the internet and met during COVID. And we've been like brothers ever since.
Yeah.
You know, it's cool. But the radio voice, the last station I worked for was Magic 98.3. So the moniker, it would be like today's hits, yesterday's favorites, Magic 98.3. You know, it'd
Oh
be
my
like,
gosh, yeah.
and it was like a soccer mom station. So it
Yeah.
was like adult contemporary. So it was like Bruno Mars to Taylor Swift to Stevie Nicks, a lot of Bon Jovi. New Jersey, they love Bon Jovi and they love Bruce Springsteen. So it'd be here's the boss on Magic 98.3. Here's whatever. Here's like talking over giving away tickets. Like Disney on Ice is coming back to the Prudential Center. Be caller number 9 and win your family 4-pack of tickets. You know, it'd be like shit like that.
So do you ever get up on, like, for example, emceeing the tailgates and tall boys?
Yeah.
Do you ever get up there and just either stutter or black? A lot of times when I'm trying to talk, I'll like lose my train of thought. I'm like, you know, like I just did just now. I don't even know what I was
Honestly,
trying to say.
it's just like you watching people play guitar. I've gotten to watch other people in radio and watch other people in like hosting events and stuff. Like I've learned a lot from Ward from Whiskey Jam. I filled in and covered for him a couple times, you know, where like I learned how to host events by watching how does Ward do it. Big Rob Snyder, who used to run around called Revival, that was really prevalent in town. I'd watch how does Big Rob do it? How does this person do it? How does like you pick up on watching other people? But also I find it easier to talk in front of 30,000 people at a festival, sometimes more than I do finding it being comfortable talking in front of a bar of 20 people.
Yeah.
You know, like, because when you're in a room with 20 people, every set of eyes, those 20 pairs of eyes are looking directly at you.
Yeah.
And you can see their faces as you're talking to them. You're at a festival with 30,000, you might see
you can't see anything.
You see the front row or don't go people, you know? Like I always call it, I love my people in the pit. Like the VIP folks are great. They're super fans. They're paying a lot of money to be there. And like, that's a fun little section. That to the right side at tailgates and tall boys, those people that are in the pit and are there the whole weekend in the GA right up in the front. Those are my dudes. Like I love the guys and girls that are in there. So I'll see them and I'll interact with them. Somebody's holding up a sign. I'll read it, make a little bit out of it, you know?
Yeah.
So.
I don't understand how you don't get up there and just...
Well, I don't know how you can just rip on guitar and come up with badass country lyrics and sing solid country gold, you know? Like, everybody has their things that they're really good at, and that's what makes us all special and makes us all unique as individuals, you know?
It's honestly so incredible.
Well, I appreciate that,
everybody, man. I mean, I love the Ray's Rowdy stuff. I mean,
yeah, we love you, man. You're like our little brother. You're a family, man.
Well, thank you.
You're our guy. We love you. We love watching you grow, and I cannot wait for that first song to come out. I cannot wait to send it to all my homies back home in New York. I cannot wait.
I'm getting ready to cut an album right now.
Really? We're going full speed.
Now, see, a lot of people say that, and then like a year later, they're like, "Where's the album?" You know, because these things take a lot of time.
Yeah.
So, but right now I want to go cut a real country record. You know.
Do we know what the first song could be off of that? Because you're gonna drop a single first.
Oh yeah, I'll probably drop like 2 or 3 singles.
Do we know?
And listen, I don't know how all this stuff works. I'm just saying this. It's probably a lot easier, harder done than said.
Yeah.
I guess is what I'm trying to say. I'm still learning about how all this stuff works, but that's kind of the plan. Is I want to put music out pretty soon. I'm working on it.
That's awesome.
I'm just writing songs right now.
Hey man, you got to have some ammo before you go shooting.
You got to have the songs.
You got to have that bait and tackle before you cast the line.
Yeah.
You know.
And the TikTok is such a big part of it.
Yeah, man.
You have to be. I mean, that's really the best promoting tool right now is TikTok.
It is, man, and you're blessed to have that be such a big tool in your belt, like such a it's a weapon, honestly. Like you're able to cast, you're throwing darts at the dartboard, and TikTok's that board, and sometimes you get a bullseye, and you've been lucky to get a few of them, or even just around the bullseye, hitting the numbers that you need to hit. Like you're right there. It's you got a very bright future ahead of you, and I give you a lot of credit being as young as you are, and devoting the time and energy and all of that into it that you're doing. It's so many 18-year-old kids would just be fucking off, but you're like, I want to do this. Ever since that moment at that Randall King show, you're like, how do I get here? All right, this is what I got to do. Let's get to work.
I appreciate that, and I appreciate all the support from the whole Raised Rowdy team. It's just, it's everybody's got their dream and their aspiration or whatever, and I think it kind of determines how hard you want to work. Yeah, it all boils down to that. Like whether it was you starting with radio shows or with Nikki T over at concerts, like that, everything starts from something that's just like a small spark,
Yeah, man.
And so everybody, whether there's a lot of people that which is so weird how everything works with artists breaking out, is that you got guys that were doing this, whether they were playing college football and then they just broke out, or they were working construction and then they had something break out, or if they're just put all their focus into doing the country music thing. There's so many different approaches and different stories.
Yeah. It's wild.
Yeah.
It's a crazy world we live in, man, where stuff can just happen,
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's just, especially with the social media stuff, you can post anything and overnight you can have 20 million people see it.
And people from all over the world.
Yeah.
Like the reach that gives you. We've never had that in human existence before.
It's a good and bad thing, you know. It's definitely good. It's good. There's a lot of benefits. There's also a lot of things that are rough with it, because the numbers can get in your head. You can like compare yourself to other people.
That's why I was talking about this on a podcast the other day. Like I equate, and I've said it before, I equate it to like being a workhorse, like being run around the track and you're a horse or a greyhound or whatever.
Yeah.
And those horses wear blinders, They don't have the chance to look at the other horses that they're running with. They're just focused. You got to put your blinders up, and you got to just be the best version of Colton Dawson you can be. You can't look at what this guy or this girl's doing. Why are they getting this opportunity and not me?
Yeah.
Your story, just like you talked about, there's the plan, the man upstairs. Like, your path is your path. And that's no reason. You don't get complacent, and you can see that a trend is working, or, oh, they shot a video this way. What if I did that? That's good. That's identifying. But comparing, it can be tough, man.
Yeah.
It's so tough. It's tough with us too.
It's a game.
Yeah. It is.
It's all about how you play it. I think that if you kind of keep, like that's what I'm saying, you keep in your own lane.
Yeah. And
you don't compare yourself to everybody else. It's because when you compare yourself to somebody else, it's like, it can either be a good thing where it's like, I got a lot of work to do. Like that first time when I came into town and went to some of the bars and the ones I could get into and saw some of the talent in there. I was like, all right, I got a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
Or it can be one of those things where you start feeling like you're not as good as you think you are. And that can like really, I mean, it can honestly fuel you to be better, is having those people that you're watching that are always gonna be better than you, and it's just like, all right, I need to get my head down and start doing it.
Yeah, man, and it's tough to not, because I grew up a big sports fan, and that's the original media that I wanted to be in. I wanted to be on ESPN. That's what I wanted to do with my life, and then I fell in love with country music and everything, and it's been an awesome path to go down. But you got to look at it like sports. When people compare athletes to athletes, like you'll hear like, oh, this guy got drafted, he's projecting to be like this or that. A lot of people try to do that with artists, whether it's like an artist that's painting or an artist that obviously you see it a lot of music, It's like everybody's different. Like it's so tough to compare art because everybody, you're like as a creative, like your art is your songs, and it's the music that you're going to be putting out one day, and it's the way that you play guitar. Like that's the way that you do it. There's no right or wrong way to do it. It's all art.
Yeah,
it's all creative.
And people on social media are so quick to just, whether it's rating songs on a page or whatever,
Yeah.
I know it's kind of popular right now, where somebody will put out a project or a single and they'll rate it, and everybody will just either go after that artist, and at some point people got to realize like that is what that artist thinks is their best. I don't think any artist releases something that they think is crap, because why would they even spend the time?
Yeah.
So I think that whether it's I saw Jake Owen.
Yeah.
He had his last single that he released. I thought it was a dang banger.
Yeah.
I loved it. And I guess one of the pages rated it low, and it's almost like that's just one person's opinion. But Jake is like pouring his heart out into this record.
Yeah.
And I know it's gonna be dang good. But it's something that he's put a lot of effort, and he dumped his entire heart into it. So that's why when you get somebody that rates it low, it's like a punch in the gut,
Yeah, man, that's why we've always done a thing where Nick and we don't talk about stuff that we don't like, because why spread that negative energy?
Yeah, that's
why
why
say I hate
don't understand.
Why say I hate this song?
Yeah.
When I can I'm gonna write a better article. I'm gonna have a better podcast. I'm gonna give a better stage introduction if it's someone that I care about, and it's music that I believe in,
Yeah.
That's why with us, it's like the stuff that we're talking about is stuff that we love. Why spend time? There's different flavors of ice cream, we don't all go for the black cherry or the rocky road. There's a different flavor for everyone. I'm not going to say, hey man, screw you. You don't like this flavor of ice cream.
Yeah.
You're a poser. You don't like this flavor. How can you not like this flavor? You don't have to hate on it. You can just take that extra energy and be extra positive about it.
Yeah. I mean, that's why like you'll have songs that are just rated as like a number, and I don't think it really does anything for anybody.
What it will do, though, is sometimes, believe it or not, there are people that pay for bad ratings, because then people will go and check it out and be like, is it really that bad?
Oh, really?
Yeah. Sometimes it'll drive the algorithm, and sometimes rating something so low, people will go and click on it, and they'll be like, oh, this is actually pretty good.
Well, and it's cool because, well, like I was going back to social media stuff.
Yeah.
Like they'll have a video of Morgan Wallen throwing a football backstage or something, and everybody just goes crazy.
Yeah.
Over seeing an artist do like a regular thing, and it kind of puts a spotlight on the artist, or whether it'll be that or Zach Bryan and his like relationship or whatever. I didn't really ever pay attention to that kind of stuff, but it's all just drama for clicks.
Yeah, it's because country music's more in the pop culture than it's ever been. And I think we still have some time left before that bubble pops, like where we're going to be the thing, It's like you look back at LA in the 80s with like Guns N' Roses and Motley Crue and Whitesnake and all those bands, and LA was like the spot to be. Yeah. We are that right now. Yeah. Country music is that. Morgan Wallen is Guns N' Roses. That's like the world we're living in right now. And luckily, it creates more eyes and ears for us than ever before.
Yeah, I mean, just to be able to go out and sell out 2 nights in a row
at a stadium. Yeah, and there's more. It used to be only Garth or Kenny could do that. Now
there's a lot of artists.
Wallen can do it. Yeah. Luke can do it. Zach can do it. Kenny can still do it. Like there's crazy. Yeah, man. It's the audience, and it's worldwide, man. Like you'll see it when you start putting music out and you see where people are listening from. Because I'm sure your mom can see it in the analytics, or you can see it in the analytics of TikTok where the viewers are coming from. But it really depicts it well on the Spotify, like where the listens come from. You're gonna have listeners in Australia. You're gonna have listeners in freaking Cambodia. You're gonna have listeners in Ireland and Scotland and England. the world, if it's a country song, the world is going to check it out right now, which is really
A lot
cool.
of people can, if it's just a good song.
People can relate to it.
People can just relate to it.
Music is the universal language. It's supposed to be the great uniter. It's supposed to bring us all together.
That's what I love. I love, you can go to a country concert and see all kinds of people.
Oh, bro. Yeah.
But they're just there to listen to the music. Whether it's that or anywhere. I mean, music is just a great, country music especially, which is just a great tool for, even some of the people that I've met through music that have just become some of my best friends.
Yeah.
It's like irreplaceable.
Yeah, man. That's what it's all about, dude. Well, man, I appreciate you. I appreciate you're always wearing our stuff. Thank you for that.
Always.
You don't have to do that. I got some freshies for you over there because I know how you sweat through hats and stuff. So got some freshies for you. But thank you for being such a good member of our family, our community.
Thanks for having me.
And thank you for letting me have the opportunity to be your first podcast.
I know. I've never been on a podcast before, so I try to talk about things that might not be so boring.
Oh, no, dude, you did great. This was a lot of fun, man. And it'll be the first of many that you're going to do. Cause you've got so much the road. You're just getting onto the highway and you've got a badass truck with a very fast engine in it.
It ain't fast.
No, I'm talking about,
No.
I'm not talking about the real 82 Chevy square body back home. I'm talking about in the metaphorical sense of your career, your life. You've got a lot of great opportunity in front of you. The Lord has blessed you very well. You've got a great family and support system. You've got great co-writers and family here in Nashville and friends. And dude, sky's the limit. Seriously. I'm so excited to look back on this one day and say, I had Colton on in 2025 when he was 18 years old, right before he put out his first batch of songs, and look back in years to come of where you're going to be, dude. Cause seriously, sky's the limit. You're so wise beyond your years and good at what you do. And I'm just happy to call you a friend. Seriously, dude.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate the hell out of you. Appreciate the heck out of you. And people can find you at Colton Dawson Music.
Colton Dawson Music is right.
And the music will be coming. It's coming.
Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully soon. I don't want to say that and then have people
No, well, not soon, but I'm just saying they can give you the follow on socials and they'll find out when it's coming out and all of that.
Yeah,
man.
absolutely. I'll definitely keep everybody up to date on what's coming. But yeah, I'm really excited to get some stuff out, and I just want to play music.
I know, man.
That's all I want to do.
You're gonna have that opportunity. You're really good at what you do, and I'm also excited for the idea and the plan of you getting out here full time. It's gonna be huge, man. This city's gonna be better having you in it. I mean that.
Well, thank you.
It's good, man. So it's good stuff. Y'all be sure to look up our man Colton Dawson Music. Get on the train now. Seriously, I've said it before, but get on the train now. The kid is doing some very impressive things. Not even old enough to get in the bars that he's playing in, and he's absolutely crushing it. So y'all be sure to look up Colton. For more on us, visit raisedrowdy.com. Shout out to our friends from Surfside, vodka lemonade, vodka iced tea, vodka green tea. No bubbles, no troubles. It is, in fact, sunshine in a can. So check out our good homies from Surfside. And for my man Colton, I'm Matt Burrill. This has been Outside the Round.
I ain't never been the kind for staying in one place for too long. I ain't never been the best at saying I love you to a girl I love. Only got a couple tricks up my sleeve. They usually just